You're listening to short inspirations from Ralph. The World of the Generous, Part 1. I've called this series The World of the Generous because the writer of Proverbs, Solomon again, 11:24 says this: "The world of the generous gets larger and larger. The world of the stingy gets smaller and smaller." So as a person continues the journey of generosity or stinginess, it takes on a life of its own, and there is a sort of a momentum that carries on. It's almost magical, but it's not. But something happens in the world of the generous. Something happens when people get over stingy and mean. So we can be generous in giving with our money, but this is not really what this series is about. It's actually being a generous person, giving everything we have been created with, because what God has put inside of us, the gifts, the talents, the skills, were never ever meant to be kept to ourselves or hidden away somewhere. And in Proverbs again, chapter 18, verse 16, it says, "A gift opens the way and ushers the giver into the presence of the great." The Message says, a gift gets attention. It buys the attention of eminent people. That's a very interesting verse, because when a gift is presented, it doesn't need words or actions. It just makes space and often creates favour from the recipient. So a gift can purchase favour and advantage. And you could say, well, that sounds a wee bit like a bribe to me. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Years ago, when I was a very young man, one of the first jobs I got, one of the first real career steps, I guess, was with the Waterfront Industry Commission. And then I went on to work for the government. Now, in both of those situations, we weren't allowed to take gifts from clients or people. If we did somehow end up with them, we were to bring them into the office and declare them, as there were times that it was difficult to give gifts back. And when I worked for the Waterfront Industry Commission, it was called, that was really a job putting wharfies into gangs so they could load and unload ships at Bluff. And I remember distinctly a few times where people tried to give me gifts, and one time one of the wharfies gave me a whole big jar of Bluff oysters. Now, some of you might be disappointed in hearing this, but I don't like oysters. So anyway, I told the boss about this, and he said, "Oh, I'll just keep them." And I took them back to my flatmates who did really like oysters. But we had to be very careful not to be bribed to give an advantage to someone. But actually there's a good side to that, according to Scripture. Not a bribe, but there is a good side about a gift making room for itself. And so gift giving is very common amongst different cultures throughout the earth. In the Orient, it was common to bring a gift as a visitor, and you see that with the wise men when they went and visited this baby that would be a king. They brought great gifts to baby Jesus. And so they knew that such an offering not only honoured him, but could also potentially secure their future in some way. And often today, if you go and visit someone or are invited for dinner somewhere, you'll instinctively take a gift. You'll ask what they want you to bring, and often they'll say, "Oh no, don't bring anything," but you know it's a good thing to do, because the gift gives a wordless message. It can break down barriers and open the way for a great event or an occasion. The koha in Maori custom is like that. It would be rude to go empty-handed to a marae without a gift, because it signals peaceful intention and can create closer relationships. You and I have been given gifts. Life itself is a good start as a gift, but then on top of that, He has made you a certain way. He has put a gift or talent in every person that if not stifled or buried, the world will make room for. It is this gift that will enable you to fulfill your vision. It will make a way for you in life. It is in exercising this gift that you will find real fulfillment, purpose and contentment in your work or mission. Finally, in this episode, I would say it's of interest to note that the Bible does not say that a man's education makes room for him, or his position or skills or status, but that his gift does. God bless you.